Hello and welcome to Podcast, a real original name for real original content. I'm your host, Joey Simcoe.
I'm your co-host, Jimmy Skidmore.
And today we have Evan Elchert.
Hello.
Trevor Blodgett.
What's up?
And Lane Irving, new guest.
A new guest.
Yes.
Get out.
Today our topic is the President of the United States of America.
There's at least 4.
Just funny, because you're actually running, correct?
I'm running for 2036. Yes, that's correct. As a independent Democratic Republican. Which you can buy a shirt for and support my campaign on the Joe Hawk TV
no one
store
cares. Literally
at teespring.com/stores/JoeHawkTV-store.
Link in the description.
Link in the description below.
It costs like $25 to get a shirt.
If I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying at teesprings.com/stores/JoeHawk-TV.
The podcast hoodie costs $45.
Yeah, but the
hoodies are expensive in real life.
What about the socks? They're cheap.
The socks are kind of
The
cheap.
socks are cheap.
Nope, they're $16. Never mind. And
Nothing is
the
cheap.
TV on Joe Hawk TV on the phone case doesn't stay on the case completely.
No, it does.
Nope, the TV is off the edge of the case.
Warped.
It could be
It's
TFY,
warped
you
onto
don't know.
the edge of the case. I designed it. I know how it works.
Anyway, President.
So
you ever heard of
President-
George Washington? First President of the United States. Not technically true.
That's
First
technically
president,
true because the Articles of Confederation were not the United States.
It was
I liked
a
the Articles
failed
of
government.
Confederation. I prefer the Articles of Confederation to the modern Constitution.
So George,
I'm worried about
We
to
have the
fucking
oldest
fight Jimmy, and we haven't even gone very far into this.
Apparently, he was married to Martha Washington.
shut up. You
Never
knew
heard
that.
of her.
Anybody want to put anything in on George?
He was the
Well,
only
he-
independent president.
You know, George
Truly
Washington was
the
an
only
American
independent
political leader,
No,
military
he's
general.
he's the only president that ran as an independent, Joey, not the one that was technically.
I said
independent.
truly. I
And
said I didn't say
actually warned us
technically.
Or
about
truly.
political
He
parties.
did warn us about
It even says
parties.
political party, independent, which would really make him angry because he did not like political parties.
Yeah, but here's the thing: those political parties are inevitable in
All societies.
first past the post system. So.
Well, the thing with that is I don't like super PACs, and I think Mitt Romney is a fraud.
Mitt Romney is a fraud.
Well, I don't think he's on this
Romney,
list.
the second
so.
president.
Second president.
Now on the second president,
Jonathan Adams.
Mitt Romney.
John Adams.
He wrote a lot of documents.
And boy, was he a stupid fucking lawyer.
He was not good.
Yeah, that is kind of fact.
Thomas Jefferson was his vice president. Keep that name in mind for later.
He's the 18th president.
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson.
Don't you mean biggest hypocrite in American U.S. history?
Leave Thomas
Shut the
Jefferson
fuck up,
alone.
Joey.
Slavery
Okay,
is
okay.
bad, but Thomas Jefferson gets a pass.
We're talking about
We're
John
talking about John
Adams.
Adams still, though.
I mean, John Adams probably had slaves too.
I'm gonna say all
Everybody had slaves.
I'm gonna say all of them up to Lincoln had slaves.
I feel like
Lincoln
Lincoln
Mountain
had like
had
a
slaves.
slave
I'm gonna a slave. It was his son.
who died.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Which one?
Died.
Yeah, John Adams. John Adams wasn't bad. I don't like his haircut. He was balding.
That's
He was
just
the first
described
president to
half
live in the
of
White
them.
House.
Yes,
John
he
Adams
was the first president.
The
president
first
of
White House.
Yeah, not the White
Yeah, the
House.
first-
the
Well,
first
not the
White
current
House.
one.
Yeah, but then it had a little bit of a.
They had a
A
bit
little
of-
bit of a
yeah.
They didn't
Little
practice
bit of fire.
fire drills. Thomas Jefferson,
Let's go on to Thomas Jefferson, the
Apparently Paul
third
Revere
president
can do a
of the
good job
United
next
States.
good guy.
Yo, why
Former
isn't Ben
slave.
Franklin on the list?
Because they put him on the bill instead.
But why isn't Ben Franklin
He's
on
like
the list?
honorarily on there.
He's right next to Jonathan
I mean,
Tyler.
to be honest, the Louisiana Purchase was kind of a power move.
That was a very Chad move.
Fuck
It
yeah.
was a very
Napoleon.
Chad
I
move.
hate Napoleon.
I love
Thomas
Napoleon.
Chad Jefferson.
But Napoleon sold it for war funds.
I also want to point out this man never left Virginia.
So we.
He was born in
technically from
Shadwell,
the war.
Virginia, and
Yeah,
died in
so was
Monticello.
Washington. Washington was born and died in Virginia.
Fun fact: the United States was only Virginia up until the Civil War.
I just checked it. It's true.
Yep.
It does say right there on
Someone
the
should
computer
probably
screen.
fact check Jimmy consistently. We should probably get someone designated
We should
on the
get
podcast
Snopes on this.
to just fact check anything.
Well, he
Jimmy
called
says.
in and said he wasn't coming due to a house tour.
So I believe that Thomas Jefferson was like the biggest hypocrite within the entire United States government at this time.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, because he
You
said
know
all
what?
men are created equal and he owns slaves.
Yes,
Yeah, thank
yeah.
you, Joey. So original.
Well, you know what? It's what I believe.
I'm gonna make a point here, and it sounds really bad. But at this time, don't forget, slaves aren't considered people, and therefore they aren't men yet.
God, you don't say that.
But that's the truth.
At the time.
At the time, they weren't
Obviously,
considered
I'm
people.
aware.
That's wrong.
Obviously, they should have been.
Yeah, but
at the time, they didn't.
They weren't, so he really wasn't a hypocrite. Now, that's a wrong
Racism
statement.
is bad.
Racism's terrible.
Jimmy is
But-
the CEO of racism.
That is not true. I love
Confirm
all
Sitting
here
right back
on
to Joey
podcast.
Simcoe, who is a member
of the
NAACP.
Hey, speaking of Joey Simcoe, you can buy Joe Hawk TV merch.
Yeah,
When
Joe
it's
Hawk
already
TV.
kicked off.
But
Shut
yeah.
up, Trevor. I'm trying to sell stuff here.
But no, Thomas Jefferson, kind of, nowadays he's a hypocrite. Back then he was okay.
Well, there was also a bunch of other problems with
And
his
he
presidency
also
that
kind of
I-
did some swag money stuff as well.
Yeah, buying Louisiana.
No, he was
You know,
so in debt. He was so in debt at the end of his life.
Yeah, and who wasn't?
Okay, we're talking
No.
about when he was a president?
Yeah.
Okay, obviously, we're gonna look back on
But if
people and be
Thomas
like,
Jefferson had a credit card, that dude would not be able to fund a campaign for shit.
Well, banks
Fun
don't
fact,
exist yet.
Fun
I
fact,
know.
credit cards didn't exist.
Exactly. If he had a credit card, dude would be bankrupt.
Joey, I'm gonna be real with you. Nothing you're saying makes sense right now.
What are you saying? If Thomas Jefferson was given a credit card, he would have been bankrupt.
I feel like he wouldn't
What?
have known how to use it, considering there
He
weren't
would
any
not have had
machines that
money.
were taken.
Yeah, where
like-
would you swipe it at?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, he would have done the back of your neck.
James Madison
Credit-
started the 1812 war, or the War of 1812, as it's
Wait, when
sometimes
was
called.
that? When was that war?
1813.
Okay.
I actually have a little thing about James Madison is when he got elected, all the ladies thought he was a very hot guy.
What?
He when he got elected, everybody was like, "Wow, James Madison
What?
is
He's-
some
no,
good-looking dude."
I got
and you look
gotta
back on
admit.
that, and you're like, "What?"
I gotta admit,
He was also short. He was kind of short.
Well, they're
For a
all
man-
short.
for a-
They're all going to be short until
for a
Lincoln.
man of the time.
Actually, George Washington was 6'2". But yeah,
He was
also
5'4".
James Madison.
that's
Actually,
that's almost as called.
one of my favorite presidents is James Madison because he was anti-federalist, and I hate a strong central government.
Wasn't he?
Do you believe that actually, Jimmy?
I'm not a huge fan because they normally tread on your rights.
How do you know he was an anti-federalist?
I also
I'm not
would
a
have been an anti.
I'm not a
No,
huge
How
fan
do you know Madison was an anti-federalist?
because he was literally the father of the Bill of Rights. Like he was like the main dude that pushed it through.
This is
It
facts.
literally says.
It says it on here.
It says it on here. His nickname was the
Father
father
of the
Yes,
Bill
he's
of
the father
Rights.
of the Bill of Rights, but I would argue that someone who made the Bill of Rights is a Federalist.
Do you know why the Bill of Rights was made? Was to
Yes.
prevent a strong central government from trampling on rights.
Yeah,
They're
but
literally
like,
the Federalist Papers.
yeah,
like-
yeah, but like
and that
the-
separated-
the Federalist Papers were advocating for federalism,
And the anti-federalist
Yeah, the
ones were
anti-federalists
advocating for basically the
The Bill
Bill
of
of
and
Rights.
James Madison like wrote the.
first drafts of the U.S. Constitution and co-wrote the Federalist Papers, sponsored the Bill of Rights.
He co-wrote the Federalist Papers. This dude liked federalism. I don't know.
Right, but he was doing both. He was playing both sides.
No, he liked federalism.
But he sponsored the Bill of Rights, which was inherently anti-federalist.
Yeah, but it was still to like
James
reform the
Monroe.
Federalist system.
James
The
Madison.
fifth
It was.
president of
Wow.
the
He
United
needed to do it
States.
to make a compromise that
He
would
was a
actually
Federalist.
work.
James
Yes.
Monroe.
James Monroe's has a colossal nose. I
Yes.
remember that from the song in Animaniacs.
He looks better than Madison.
No, he doesn't. Look at how long his nose is.
No, but
He
look
kinda
at
looks
them
like
side
some
by
of the
side. He
vampires.
looks-
All right,
on,
let's pull up
Twilight.
pictures of James Madison. And
Monroe.
Sorry, we were just
yeah,
talking
he's
about
very
the one.
attractive.
Also, don't
compared
forget
to
the
Madison.
Missouri Compromise.
Oh yeah, the
The
Missouri
Three-Fifths Compromise?
Nope.
No, no,
Wrong
No one knows
compromise.
what that is.
Stop talking about that, Lane. This is getting posted.
But yeah, Monroe was the last president of the Virginia dynasty, actually.
Oh, was he now?
That is facts.
Yeah.
Was he now?
This is Virginia will chill out now until the Civil War, where they stop chilling out, and then they will never be a political figure again.
Do they still exist?
No, Virginia actually does
Virginia-
not exist. West Virginia ate
Virginia.
Hey, speaking of West Virginia, you know who is from West Virginia?
John Quincy Adams.
John Quincy Adams.
He's
He was the 6th president of the United
Kinda
States,
sucked.
and he was actually born in Massachusetts.
I
Yeah.
hate political dynasties.
I also hate political dynasties. The fact that his father was what's his name? Jonathan Adams.
Yes.
I don't like that. It's
Oh,
like with the
God.
Bushes and Obama.
fuck
The Bushes.
We haven't gotten there yet,
Obama.
but the Bushes fucking suck.
Well,
Bush
let's
is
not
the
go
Bush-
that far.
Baby Bush or Daddy Bush?
I like Daddy Bush.
Daddy Bush.
Daddy Bush was pretty chill.
Yeah, he didn't even get reelected.
They named a whole beer after him.
yeah, but he, you know, that's the wrong Bush.
There's a C in that bush, I believe.
Bushk.
I don't hear it.
Also, he was ugly,
I believe it was meant to be silent.
and he didn't die until scroll down a little bit. 1848. So Civil War hadn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was married
Yes.
to Louisa Adams.
Now we're gonna go to the best president in the history of the United States,
I do
Arguably,
enjoy
Martin Van
Andrew-
Buren.
Andrew Jackson,
Oh,
the seventh president
Andrew
of the
Jackson
United
is
States.
quite the badass.
He was pretty hardcore guy. He murdered the banks, which makes him my hero,
And murdered a man.
and murdered
They put him on-
Calhoun.
They
Now-
put him on the money for that.
Just
on the $20
more-
bill.
Just remember
Verbally.
that Andrew Jackson won a battle 2 weeks after the war had ended.
Yeah,
Yeah, which makes him a total badass.
yeah, but
And he
also,
also beat the shit out of somebody with a cane.
also
Wasn't
fun
Andrew
fact.
after a failed assassination attempt.
Also, fun fact. Don't forget, quick media doesn't exist yet. So just because the war ended 2 weeks before doesn't mean that if the British had taken that area, they would have given it back.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though: is the battle of New Orleans was like regarded as some like huge victory.
It is.
And the war was already over. And like it's not the sense that it happened because we know he didn't have methods of communication, but it's the fact that he was a war hero for winning a battle that like
Again,
happened
I
after
will
the
reiterate,
war.
if the British had taken New Orleans, there was a 0% chance they would give it back just because the war had ended.
Okay, but have you been to New Orleans?
Well,
I don't know if I would want.
You don't want to go to New Orleans.
don't forget, the problem is the big river you got there.
Okay, but like, have you ever been to New Orleans?
They
Yeah.
would take the puke smell.
Listen,
It smells awful.
You cannot go further west if the British own New Orleans. Because they will
Yeah,
just
but why would
run.
you want to go west?
You know what they got out west? They got gold, they
Yeah, why
had
do you need that?
Indians, and they had buffalo.
well, they have the buffalo again now.
Oh, they're back, and
They
so are
have
the
commies
Indians.
out there.
Well,
There's
no.
commies out
The
there.
Indians
There are
are
commies out there. My
California.
favorite. My favorite
But
people.
yeah, basically, he was
Basically,
pretty hardcore.
Andrew Jackson was the most Chad president, in my opinion.
Absolutely,
And he's better looking than Monroe.
and he was like
And
5 something.
That is true.
He was. Did we have it here? No, it's not in the immediate Wikipedia stuff. So let's just not.
You want to look that up real quick, Lane? Can I get a fact
Yeah, Lane,
check?
can you look that
Can we
up
get a
for us
fact
while we
check?
also discuss more stuff about
At the
Andrew
end,
Jackson?
we'll decide who the best looking president.
6'1"?
6'1".
An
Wow.
absolute Chad at the time.
That's like
Wow.
as tall as me.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't think so, Evan.
Yeah.
I
If
don't
you
think so.
multiply your
You
weight
know, an
by your
English
height, you're
teacher
true.
once told me that most recently we have elected the tallest guy for president.
That's
most
Barack
most
Obama.
commonly.
that is not a fact.
Well, currently the
Oh,
most
yeah?
current president is Andrew Jackson. Since
Well,
we haven't
no.
covered any other ones.
What Joey is meaning is, out of the two presidential candidates, more often than not, recently since television.
Oh,
has
the
been
taller
invented,
guy
we
wins.
Yeah,
elected
taller
the
guy.
taller guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
because
That's what Joey means.
because taller men are cooler than short
is
men.
that not what I said?
Wait,
No.
You made it really confusing.
You struggled with your
But
words.
short women are more likely to win an election than
Well,
a taller woman.
as a 34-year-old man with 6 children,
And I would like
do
to
vote for the
point out
taller
that
man.
Andrew Jackson is a Democratic Republican, but not an independent Democratic Republican, which you can buy a shirt of at the Joe Hog TV store.
No one's gonna buy our shirt.
Yeah, but the Democratic Republicans are just the Democrats.
Yeah. And also,
Yeah,
He's
but
playing
pre
both
Civil
sides,
War
but he's a-
Democrats.
also, there's a big contest going on between, well, has been ongoing between North and South Carolina as to where Andrew Jackson was actually born, because he was born on the border.
Waxhaws.
That's where he died.
No, he died in
Oh yeah,
Tennessee.
Waxhaws. You notice they don't put a state there because
Yeah.
they're not sure where Waxhaws was. It was either North or South Carolina.
Martin Van Buren, the 8th president of the United
How
States.
tall-
Arguably had the best hair.
No,
Arguably.
Very
So far,
arguably.
the
the taser.
least good looking.
so far the ugliest and most German.
Yes, yes.
Whoa.
Little magician is his nickname.
He also never left Kinderhook, New York. He was born and died in Kinderhook,
Hold
New
on.
York.
Now we can't see the state where Kinderhook.
Yeah, you
is
don't know
at.
that's New York. That could be like.
Yeah, that could be Kinderhook, New Jersey.
Kinderhook, South Carolina.
No, it's just
Does
Carolina.
James K. Polk have a mullet?
Also,
No, we're not on
We're
him
not
yet.
on him.
You just skipped two other
I'm
presidents.
so sorry.
Also, I want to point out William Henry Harrison's term was 1841 to 1841.
Okay, well in that case, let's talk about William Henry Harrison.
Sorry, you don't like Martin.
Starring
Yeah, Martin
in-
Van Buren really didn't do much except
Starring in-
Except for
prolong the
name
Civil
Van
War.
Buren High School in Ohio.
Uh,
He died of typhoid
Because he didn't-
31 days into his
He
term.
did not wear a coat.
Yeah.
Silly goose! If you had just worn a coat, you
To be fair,
Not
he
one of the guys.
kind of looked like a Chad though. I feel like he would have been a Chad.
know
president.
he was a pretty successful military officer.
Oh yes,
though.
and he was the first Whig Party president, and one of only 2 Whig Party presidents.
They also called him Tip a Canoe, and that was
Tyler
part of
too.
his slogan was Tip a Canoe and
because
Tyler
of the
too.
battle he won against the Native Americans
At Wounded Knee.
At Wounded Knee, yeah.
Yeah,
And Tippecanoe.
Oh yeah.
there have only been 2 Whig
Old
presidents,
Granny.
and they're
Look
both
at all
war
of
heroes.
his nicknames.
One of his nicknames is Old,
Old
Granny,
Granny.
and General Mum.
General Mum.
He was 5'8",
Van,
by the way.
Yeah, but he died.
Van Ruin, Old
kinda-
Tippecanoe,
he kinda looks
the
like him.
Cincinnatus of the West.
Listen, any
Washington
president
of
that
the
dies
West.
in office, I don't like him.
You're a hipster nerd, including Lincoln.
Lincoln.
You
Sucks.
shouldn't have died in office. That's a pussy move.
What about Jonathan Tyler?
Let's talk about John Tyler, the 10th president of the United States. We've now reached double digits, and you know what that means. They start getting worse.
And then the
And
Civil
Joe
War.
Hawk TV merchandise advertisements.
Link in the description.
Link in the description below.
Also, don't forget that Virginia exists and John Tyler supports it, which means he's a Southerner. And we're getting awfully close to the that one war that we.
World War II.
Oh,
Yes.
and
And
well, you
Tyler
know,
too?
this guy actually died during the war.
Yeah.
I wonder if
In
he was
Richmond,
shot.
Virginia.
Probably shot.
Looks like the one general from Star Wars.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
Kenobi.
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yes.
Yeah, he does, kind
General
of.
Kenobi.
Remember when they made him again?
General.
I remember that.
Rogue
I'm
Kenobi.
gonna go to bed.
You know what? That's fine. If you're sleepy, just take a nappy poo.
All right, next president.
Okay, yeah, not much to talk about.
We
John
probably should make
Tyler.
this like 5 episodes of actually talking about presidents.
Well, it's too late. We've already committed to one
Best
episode.
hair.
James K. Polk, the 11th president of the United States.
He's getting very nervous because we are getting very close to
the Civil
War, which isn't a problem yet.
Not yet.
Joey, would you like to go to images so we can...
Zachary Taylor.
Best hair.
Let's look at images of James K. Polk real quick. Oh, my God.
He has a mullet.
does
The
have
man
a mullet.
straight
He's got
up
a mullet.
has a mullet.
Also, don't forget the Mexican-American War has happened already.
Yeah,
We don't
but
care about
that
that.
was- that was
That
about
one
that.
focus on the mullet.
that wasn't really a war. That was just a beatdown.
Yeah.
Well,
Guys, just look at
This
this,
was
mullet.
just America flexing its kit.
I don't.
He's
I
ahead
think
of
we're
his-
focusing on the wrong things here. Look at this guy's mullet.
He's ahead of the time.
look at his he doesn't have a tie on. He has his collar popped and then like a choker.
Yeah,
on.
he's got a choker on.
So
he was an e-boy with
It's
a
not
mullet.
a phase.
I was planning on talking about policy and events, but God, this dude is ugly.
yeah, he
But
kinda,
the mullet.
No, best hair.
He is an e-boy though.
The
He
mullet
total
and the
e-boy.
e-boy make up for his looks.
I think the best looking so far is
Wait, what happened
William
to Zachary Taylor?
Harrison.
Honestly, I think Andrew Jackson has been the best.
Andrew
looking.
Jackson is very good looking.
Okay.
Yeah, but he was kind of ugly.
Martin Van
Zachary
Buren.
Taylor, the 12th president
How'd he
of the
die?
United States.
He died in office from
Typhoid.
Yep.
Wow, a lot of presidents dying from
The last
typhoid.
thing he ate was milk and cherries.
What a
Oh,
nerd.
at the same time or like separately?
I don't know, but they think one of them had a cholera.
I just want to point out that Trevor is on the couch, ready for his nap.
Trevor is ready to take the fattest nap of his life.
Why president died after eating a bowl of cherries? Well, that is a fact. It's been confirmed by Google.
What is Trevor dreaming about? Joe Hawk TV merch.
Shut up.
Trevor is
Remember to buy
Link in
Joe
the
Hawk
description
TV
below.
merch at the description below.
Old Rough and Ready was his nickname, which is a little.
You know what that
I
means.
don't know if I'm ready for that.
I mean, I've had
Oh,
one of
trust
those
me,
nicknames
he's rough,
before.
old, and ready.
well,
But
Update,
you know,
Trevor is now off the
since,
couch and sitting back in his chair.
Since Zachary Taylor died in office, that would naturally mean that his
He's a
vice
nerd.
president took over.
and Millard Fillmore does
Millard
not have a
Fillmore
picture.
doesn't
Picture unavailable.
Nobody knows what Millard Fillmore
Millard
looks like.
Fillmore.
Nobody knows what he looked like. He was just born in New York.
He was born in New York. There's
Nowhere
no-
specific.
I just want to point
Millard
out.
Fillmore did nothing.
Millard Fillmore
That's
does
right.
have the funnest name to say of all the presidents. though.
That's not true.
Millard
You are forgetting LBJ.
I would just like to point out the fact that William Henry Harrison and Zachary Taylor were both 5'8" and both died in office.
Wait a second.
That means that 5'8" people are naturally inferior.
And they're
Good thing I'm
susceptible to typhoid
5'10".
fever if they become
Good thing I'm
president.
5'9".
I'm 5'10" as well.
Wait a minute. Take off your shoes. Take off your shoes.
Now become
I'm
president.
getting naked.
He really? Wow.
He is naked.
I am now naked.
There's not a camera. You don't have to take the
naked.
shirt off.
Joey,
I'm naked.
You know what shirt would look good on you right now?
I'm completely naked.
Joey just took his shirt off.
Listen to me slap my nuts.
Joey, you know what shirt would look good on you?
I will reiterate. Ben Gillig and my mother still watch this podcast.
If you had
Why
some
do you
Joe
just
Hawk
have
TV
random-
merch on you, you would look much
I
better.
would look much better
And it would
because
keep
I
you
would not
warm.
be naked.
Have you not bought your own
Have
merch?
you not bought your own Joe Hawk TV merch yet?
No, I'm talking to you, the man who made it.
I made a pledge
It's
that I
shipping.
wouldn't really swear
just
this much on this
40% off?
podcast. We started talking about presidents, and I just got mad and started swearing.
Franklin Pierce
haven't even
didn't
gotten
have a
to the
chin.
Let's talk about
We haven't
Franklin
even used our
Pierce.
cuss word.
Where's
or
his
F
chin
bomb.
at? I don't see it.
I already did.
Franklin
I already
Pierce
used
was
it.
the 14th president of the United
Definitely.
States and a Northern Democrat.
But-
And you know what that means?
That means that I don't know what slaves look like, but I don't like them.
he saw the abolitionist movement as a fundamental threat to the unity of the nation.
And in a weird way, he was completely correct.
And
Yeah, but like, yes and no.
What did the war start for?
what
Was it because of abolition?
It's like
states' rats?
States' right? A state's right to what?
States' rats?
A state's right to what?
States' rats?
Fun fact, Franklin Pierce was 5'10".
Thank you, Lane.
Oh wow.
James
Very
Buchanan. This is where things start going bad.
Go back. I think he's a better looking president.
We can't go
Franklin,
back.
we
Once
can't
we
go
know.
back.
Okay,
We've
well-
already advanced.
James Buchanan was a very
James Buchanan
was the 15th
a
president
very-
of the
He had a
United
mohawk.
States.
Things start to
He
get
had,
a little.
he had
Joe
a
Hawk.
very cool Joe Hawk. Did I mention Joe Hawk TV store?
Shut up.
Link in the description below.
Also, things don't go very well for Buchanan because the South starts shooting cannons.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
no.
South is like, yo, we could like start this war, and Buchanan's like, I'm just trying to be president. Stop.
Just let me get out first.
just like
I don't want to be responsible.
let me totally use
For-
up this whole lame duck period to not do anything.
okay, lame duck.
It's kind of like what LBJ did, where he's like,
With Vietnam.
he's like, no, I want to get out of office. Someone else take over the Vietnam
Please.
War.
Or like what Bush did when he was like, oh man,
When he
I
did
better send
9/11?
my son back to finish the war.
When he did 9/11.
I don't remember that.
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
That's right, the Civil War's already over.
The 16th president.
Meaning it
of the
wasn't that
United
bad.
States.
Now I've never heard of Abraham Lincoln.
He got shot in the face.
Yeah, well,
Actually,
He got
he
shot in the
he
back
got
of the head.
back of the head.
you freaking moron.
Yeah,
What?
I'm sure it came.
That's
Oh yeah?
almost a tasable
What's on the
offense.
front of the face? What's on the front
What's
of
on
the
the
head?
face? The nose,
What's on the front of the head?
forehead,
What's on the front of the head?
What does that mean?
chin.
So
What
like
are you
look
trying
at
to say? Nose?
Foreskin?
I'm trying to say face, homie. I'm trying to say your face.
No, the bullet didn't even go through his face. It got stuck behind his eye. You freaking
Yeah.
moron.
Okay, where's the eye connected to?
It didn't.
Your brain.
You said he got shot
Your
in the
optic
face,
nerve?
and he got shot in the back of the head, and the bullet got lodged.
Yeah,
in
and
his
it
eye.
didn't even
Even
get-
if it went through his face, it would be
it didn't
through
go
his
through
face,
his
not
face.
into it.
Yeah. I would know. I
It
like
came
that
out of
Lincoln
his
died.
face.
Anyway,
Lincoln deserved it.
Six Seppa Tyrannus.
Except except the whole freeing the slaves part. That was pretty cool.
And the fact that he had he was going to give the Southern generals more leeway than they actually got.
Than
Yeah.
Johnson did.
you mean more Robert E. Leeway?
Stop it.
I'm gonna kill myself.
You know, a
You
good
can't
way
say
to
that
do
on
You
that.
can't say that on the air.
We have to
also,
cut that.
Abraham Lincoln, one of the better looking presidents.
Abraham Lincoln
You look kinda
did take a
old.
good suggestion from a fan by growing a beard, which made him look much better.
It did.
He was kind of a lanky bastard, though. What do you weigh, like $125?
I don't know, but I do know that he is one
much-
of the most
can I get a fact
decorated
check on that?
wrestlers in the United
He did.
States. He had a 301 record.
Joey still got to cut out that one part.
Well, one part.
The part that's going to get you sent to the counselor's office.
Oh,
I think you actually do have to cut
his
I
little
was just-
counselor's gonna
He was
cry.
180 pounds, by the way.
100, boy, you like a buck
He was
80?
6'4" and 180 pounds.
Also,
That's
I'm
how
just-
much I weigh right now.
That's how much
Joey,
I once
you know
weighed.
what I cut stuff out of the podcast?
No, I'm good.
Joe, you have to cut.
Joey's done much
Andrew
more.
Johnson, the 17th president.
Joey, we're not letting you air this. If you don't cut
You mean
that.
fat
It's
Wonka?
too late. It's getting aired.
Joey, you have to cut that.
It's getting aired. I don't care.
Joey's done worse
I
stuff.
literally
You
do
have
not
to
care.
cut
I have
that.
said worse things and have not gotten in trouble for
Andrew Johnson.
it. Andrew Johnson. Was
What do you weigh, like
$1.85?
$185? What do you weigh, like $180?
He's like,
He was the 70th president of the United States, and he really gave the South a really hard time.
Got impeached.
I don't think that's
impeached.
correct.
Got impeached.
I don't
Got
think it's good that he was born
He
in
weighed-
North Carolina.
174 pounds.
What are you, like $174? Good lord.
he weighed 174?
His wife died the same year he did.
Aw, that's sweet.
No, wait, maybe that just means
No,
that when he
that's-
died, they weren't.
Yeah, that probably means that they weren't together anymore. And he got impeached.
Didn't they used to put women down with your corpse back then, even if they were still alive?
What? No.
I think you're thinking of
They
like,
were definitely past
What?
that time
You're
by
thinking
now.
of like
Where
India.
did you get that from?
Well, like, it was like,
Ulysses
they did that with
S.
cats,
Grant,
right?
the 18th president of the United
What?
States, he was an alcoholic bastard.
If you were, no!
He was an alcoholic.
One of
Grant
the
was an
presidents
alcoholic.
Okay, where was he
from
born
Ohio.
at, huh?
Point Pleasant, Ohio.
That's right,
exactly.
the greatest state in the union.
Could you not do that?
Sorry.
Because the
You just
recording device,
literally
which is
ear-raped.
definitely not my iPhone, is right there and it bounces
The,
when you hit the table.
the expensive microphone.
Well, I wish we would
Hey.
have punched it when Joey said something that he definitely should not have said.
That's gonna get us
You know what would help
Who
your
cares?
phone when he
It's
hits the
me,
table?
not you guys.
A case
What
that
is-
says Joe Hawk TV on it.
Yeah, you
which
should
you
get a
can
case
get in the
that says-
description
yeah.
Oh,
at Joe
wow.
Hawk TV.
Yeah, but the V and TV is like wrapped around the side of the case, so I would not get that. I would
Also,
not-
I
don't
think-
forget to check out our sponsor,
Lick my nuts,
NordVPN.
Trevor. I'm trying to sell stuff.
NordVPN, thank you for sponsoring this video.
NordVPN, we know you don't sponsor us because we annoy you, because we say your name a lot, but please sponsor us.
No.
If you don't sponsor us, we're gonna @you on Twitter.
Why would they sponsor us if we keep shouting them out anyways?
Oh,
Wait a minute.
yeah. Hold on, yeah, just stop talking about NordVPN.
I'm hoping that they'll pay us to not talk about that.
All right, but personally, I liked Grant's military tactics during the Civil War.
No.
No, I loved it because he was like, I'm going to burn everything to the fucking ground.
No, you're thinking of Sherman.
Who was under whose command?
I don't know if that's true.
I
or
don't
not.
think he was.
I don't think he
definitely
was
not
under
Grant's
Ulysses S.
command.
Yeah.
Joey, you don't know what you're talking about.
Grant military. There you go. Stuff.
Joey can't read.
You're gonna need to be a little more specific than that.
You need to be more Pacific.
Maybe look up generals under Ulysses S. Grant's command. This is only the 18th president. We are 27 minutes in, and there are still at least 4 more presidents.
Okay. Commander of the Union armies during the late wars of the Civil War, meaning he was in charge of Sherman,
Are you guys
therefore...
fine with this podcast being a very long episode?
I'm okay with it. I don't
I
think
feel-
everyone's going to watch it through, though.
I'm not
Honestly,
gonna.
I'd understand. Like, I'll put, like, things...
We'll put like each president.
Rutherford B. Hayes.
We'll make sure Joey finds the exact
Also from
time each
Ohio.
president is
He was
mentioned
also
and
from
type and put it
Ohio.
in.
And died in Fremont, Ohio, which is not that
Wow.
far from our current location.
Don't
There's
say
actually
that.
a
Don't
muse-
do that. You're gonna get us swatted.
There's also a
I
museum.
didn't give too much information, now did I?
Wait,
Joey's address is.
Fun
I'm
fact.
fairly certain that Fremont, Ohio is a long way from Antarctica, our filming location
Oh,
right now.
yes.
Also, I want to point out Rutherford B. Hayes didn't win. It was a concession, so the South wouldn't have a president.
That is true.
and he's on a dollar coin.
Which just kind of proves that the government's wacky when you can just be like, yeah, this guy won, but we're not letting you win because we just beat you in a war.
James A. Garfield.
Voiced
Did
by
nothing.
Bill Murray.
He got
He did
shot.
nothing and got shot.
I don't know why he got shot because he was only in for like 6 months, but they shot him.
Here's
Also
the thing,
from
though.
Ohio.
Is why would you
Also
shoot a
from
president
Ohio.
that did nothing? I mean, think about the president who got assassinated. Lincoln, controversial guy, freed the slaves. JFK,
Controversial at the
was
time, not controversial now.
JFK did some stuff. Reagan, did some stuff. Andrew Jackson did some stuff. James
John
A. Garfield
Lennon.
did absolutely nothing.
Wasn't it because some like Mormon saw in a vision that he was supposed to shoot him?
Yes,
Mormons
that's
are-
what happened.
Mormons are weird.
Some crazy guy shot
Or-
James A. Garfield.
Christians
Basically.
don't associate with Mormons.
Well, unless you're a Mormon
Chester
watching
A.
this.
Arthur, the
Yeah, unless you're a
21st
Mormon
president of the United
watching
States.
this. In which case, go to Joe Hawk.
Yeah,
TV.
go to Joe Hawk.
Unless you're Mitt Romney, get off of this channel.
We hate
God,
you.
I hate Mitt Romney.
Chester A. Arthur was a Republican.
That's it.
That's it.
Grover Cleveland. He's
Grover
named after a
Cleveland.
city in Ohio. Next.
Wait,
22nd?
I feel like there's
Hold
something
on.
more we need to talk about Grover
So
Cleveland.
Grover Cleveland was not only the 22nd
But also
president of the United
the
States,
only
but
president-
also the 24th. Because he was elected
Non-consecutive.
twice, but
Non-consecutively.
non-consecutively.
Yes.
Which means that they were like, "Nah, this guy sucks," and then went,
You know
"This
what?
other
He
guy
wasn't that
sucks
bad.
worse," and voted him back.
He wasn't that bad.
William McKinley didn't do anything.
Got shot.
William McKinley was also from Ohio.
Yeah, he got shot.
And got
6 months
assassinated.
into his second term.
My actual personal goal is to be the third Ohio president to get assassinated.
Wow. Teddy Roosevelt didn't do anything, and he sucks. Next.
Which Ohio is not
Hold
where
on,
we're
no,
from.
I actually like Teddy Roosevelt because he established the national park system.
Yeah, but like, I don't like what he did to all the businesses.
He was.
I think what he did to the
Jim.
businesses was very well justified.
I don't think so. He ruined the American
It
economy.
was very modernized.
He killed monopolies.
He ruined
and also
monopolies.
lots
Jimmy's
of
like,
animals.
The wealthy couldn't oppress the workers anymore. I hate it.
It was ridiculous.
Well, don't forget all the workers at this time are unskilled, like Irish and Germans.
Wait,
You take that back.
Wait a second.
They were.
You take that back right now.
That's how you
Wait
become
a
an
second.
American.
William Howard Taft.
Bathtub.
Bathtub,
Next.
also from Ohio.
So Big E kind of knows a lot about Taft.
Not from
They don't
experience,
know
just
Big E.
because they're big.
Also, he was 6 foot tall.
Although
About what do you weigh? Like
I think-
$4.80.
I think
who weighs more, Taft or Big E?
$4, $4.80.
I think
Lane,
I
bring
think
up the information.
I think bathtubs back then were significantly smaller.
Big E. How much
How much do you weigh?
Just
How much do you
How
weigh,
much do
Big
you
E?
weigh?
If you say how much you weigh, we'll say how much Taft
I weigh
weighed.
about 320.
No, I don't believe that. Get the
That's-
scale.
That's right. That is
My
definitely-
scale's
Okay.
not correct.
Taft weighed 350.
Okay,
So
good.
Big
I'm
E
not
is
as big.
lighter than Taft.
I'm lighter than Taft.
Yeah, but don't forget,
Hardly.
Taft was 6 foot tall, and
Paul
you are
Abbott,
5'8".
Yes.
You
Paul
are.
Abbott, see how much
You
he
are like
weighs.
5'7".
No one knows who Abbott is. This isn't a
Woodrow
good
Wilson.
joke.
Oh,
Woodrow
this dude
Wilson.
was all over the British's dick. All
And he
this
also-
dude did was be like, "Oh, Britain, please let us help you in the war." This dude is a disgrace to the true American tradition of hating the British, and for that, Woodrow Wilson is the worst president and my least favorite.
Okay,
I feel
but-
like he could have had a
Terrible.
good strategy with it, though.
But, like-
because he could have been like, "Hey,
He led us
they
through
fucked
World
us.
War One,
Let's
and he
fuck
won
them
by
taking him
basically
over.
the Republican
Slowly
Party
build a
being
You have to
relationship
watch
and
what you're
then take him
saying.
over.
The trick that we should have done was there's no reason to not join the Germans and take Canada. There's no reason to not do that. And arguably,
Jimmy, there are plenty of reasons to not do that. You just don't want to admit they exist.
what are the reasons to not take over Canada?
It's okay to say that
what's
he liked
in
Germany
Canada?
in the first war.
Alaska?
What?
How do you get to
Maple
Alaska
syrup and hockey.
from the United States?
You can
And I
fly.
like watching hockey.
Oh,
fights.
yeah. At the beginning in 1913, you could fly from the United States
Hey,
to
Jimmy.
Alaska.
We didn't
Were there
purchase
planes
Alaska
in
yet.
World War One?
Yeah, when did Alaska?
Oh,
We didn't
there were
have
planes in World
Alaska
War One,
yet.
but-
Jimmy, we didn't have
Yes, we
Alaska
did. We got
yet.
Alaska way back.
was
Remember
it?
Stewart's
Look it up.
Folly? It was Lincoln's. It was Lincoln's VP that bought it. It was Stewart's Folly.
Although
It
we
was
might
someone's
have
icebox.
Alaska.
Yes, never mind. We did have
might
it.
have Alaska.
Yep, we
Okay,
definitely had Alaska.
We did have
By this
Alaska.
point, we've had
Yeah,
Alaska
Alaska.
for about 50 years, and we had a whole gold rush already.
But was it a
It
state?
was Seward's icebox.
Technically, it wasn't a state; it was a territory.
There. So, does it matter? No. Sorry, Puerto Rico.
You're still not a state, and you never will be.
Warren G.
They don't wanna
Harding,
be a
the
state, so they'd have to
29th
pay
president of the
taxes.
United States.
Wait, we don't tax
1867
them?
is when we bought Alaska.
Like we do, but there'd be
Another
tax
president
they'd have
from
to
the
pay.
great state of Ohio
Also died
in office.
because
No, he didn't. He did not die
Hold
in
on.
office.
He died. In,
No, he died in office.
yeah, 1923.
1923.
right? He died in California.
Presidential term.
Yeah, it's talking. There's presidential term.
I think because they think his
1923.
wife killed him.
What?
They think
What?
his wife killed him.
Is it?
I don't remember the whole thing, but there's like a train ride that he's coming back because he has something
Oh,
wrong
I've
with
seen
him.
this movie.
And his
The Orient Express.
shut the fuck up.
No, the Polar Express.
Oh, yes.
He said he died of a heart attack. So
They were bringing him back on train. and I don't think he was.
Calvin
What president was-
Coolidge, the 30th president of the United States.
Did
nobody
nothing.
cares. Move on.
Next president.
I'm sorry, but Silent Cal, Cool
Cool
Cal,
Cal,
the Sphinx of the Potomac, and Cautious Cal, with
Thanks,
cool
Joey.
nicknames
Move
like
on.
that.
Oh, Herbert Hoover, the best president.
Oh, Herbert.
Yeah,
Although
the-
Calvin's good
honestly
looking.
though, Herbert Hoover was kind of a badass. Aside from like not.
All I can see is Franklin Roosevelt just staring at me with his 28-year presidential term. Stop looking at me, you man that can't walk.
Hey, he has a New Deal.
The thing with Herbert Hoover is I loved him because the Depression was going on, and they're like, please, Mr. President, do something. And he goes, it's a cycle. And they're like, no, try literally anything. And he's like, nah,
to be fair,
it's a cycle.
He did ask people to buy things, which might have fixed it. Because if you buy things, then you can pay people.
With what money? We don't have it.
Although, you know where you can buy things.
Stop.
On the Joe TV
No
store in the link
more.
in the description. Quit hitting the table! I swear, if you break this table,
Franklin D.
and
Roosevelt,
2 chairs.
the first dictator of the United States.
Oh man!
You know he actually didn't have polio?
What?
He faked it.
No.
He faked having polio the whole
they
time.
They say he had Guillain-Barré and not polio.
What is Guillain-Barré?
It's the same thing.
No, it's a completely separate thing. They say that his symptoms, now they look back on it with modern medicine, they say that his symptoms didn't actually show polio.
Oh,
that they
Winston
think he had
Churchill.
Guillain-Barré.
Winston
Wait,
Churchill.
Does that just mean? Also, don't forget that Eleanor Roosevelt was his cousin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Roosevelt?
first cousin.
Not
Married
second.
his cousin.
Married his straight up cousin.
Eleanor Roosevelt's last name did not change upon marriage.
Which
It
was
did
really
not.
good for her driver's license.
And about good for nothing else.
Yeah.
Wasn't good for the kids. Not
Well,
that he could hit it up
yeah, I
anyway.
was gonna say-
That's all, folks. Harry Truman.
Harry S. Truman.
didn't have Cialis
the guy
back
who
then.
dropped the bomb.
And let me tell you, this man has the highest kill count of any president.
There's a city. Now there's not.
Well, actually, now there's 2 cities don't exist.
I don't believe
Well, they
that happened.
exist. It's just their
What?
fault.
Okay, explain.
What?
So everybody with inside of it just happened to die.
Yes, that's what happened.
There's not a single witness account of the event. It's like nobody was there.
Actually, there are some witnesses.
Yeah, there's
They
people.
flew the planes.
No, they were looking for the people because they were gonna bomb it, but they couldn't find anybody. Dwight D. Eisenhower. I went to his house.
Who oddly
I also
has
went to
the
his house.
first
It's pretty
color
nice.
picture, but Kennedy and Johnson don't.
Well, they didn't want to use the color picture for Kennedy because red is really hard to get out of things.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Don't hit the table.
Table.
I like Ike.
I
You
like Ike. Everybody likes Ike.
Hang out to Banner and
Hold
bang
on,
the drum.
hold on.
We'll
This
take Ike to
dude's
Washington.
wife was named Mammy.
Don't diss
This
on Mammy.
dude's wife name was Mammy.
This dude's name was Dwight. What's
yeah, look
wrong
how
with
big
Mammy?
his forehead was.
Yo,
Hey,
this dude
that's
was-
just because he's balding.
This dude was born in 1890. This dude old.
That dude was born.
How old was he when he
In
went to
18.
office?
When he took office?
Yeah.
In 1953?
Yeah, he just got elected because he was like, ugh,
I just
did
wanna-
D-Day.
I do just want to point out the fact that, despite the fact that he was a very wealthy man, he still went to a military hospital to die.
What?
Do not go to military hospitals to die because
Respectable.
respectable.
Respectable though.
They're
He was an
yeah.
army general.
Yeah, but
As-
don't forget that military hospitals are paid by the state, so they suck.
Yeah, but he was an army general.
Yeah, but
back then.
maybe go somewhere where you're not going to instantly die.
Now to
because
the best looking president.
John
JFK.
F. Kennedy.
There's several pictures of
John-
JFK.
John-
The F
Fortnite
stands for
Kennedy.
Frederick.
and friend.
Robert F. Kennedy. I'm sure he was okay in the end.
Oh, nope.
Jeez.
Oh, wait, you mean all the Kennedys have been assassinated?
Now don't
Oh,
forget.
no.
Well,
JF
Ted Kennedy just murdered his wife instead.
Don't forget that
Uh-oh.
JFK did serve in the military
Marilyn
aboard the
Monroe?
PT-109.
Oh, yes, he did.
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, you know, John F. Kennedy was also another very Chad president because he fucked Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, but he wasn't the
He's a
same.
movie
On
star.
his birthday.
He wasn't.
Yeah,
the
but he
star.
also died, so he's not a Chad.
He wasn't the same
No,
kind of
That's a
Chad.
total anti-Chad move to say, Trevor.
What you're
I
thinking
feel
of?
like getting shot in the back of the head is not a Chad move.
JFK isn't.
Anytime a bullet kills you while you're in office, it's
JFK
okay.
isn't a real Chad because all he did Chad things, have many
He
relations
fucked
with
everybody that
Right.
wasn't his wife.
But that's not really what makes it
look at
Chad.
him.
I don't think he could win in a fight. See, when you pull up
No,
a
you
Chad,
can- no.
That is
when,
fact.
wait, listen to me. All right, when you pull up a Chad like Andrew Jackson, that's a man that'll fuck your wife and will beat the shit out of you. JFK might fuck your wife, but he's running out the door.
Yeah, but
afterwards.
isn't it more of a Chad move to talk a lot of shit, but no, you're not able to get
yeah,
their
because
ass?
Chads
No.
aren't
not
really-
at all.
Are you sure?
Absolutely, the most Chad thing you can do is not say a word and beat someone half to death.
Okay. Now let's talk about another very Chad president who had some very interesting
Jimmy
facts
yelled
about.
at us for no reason.
Lyndon B. Johnson, the 36th president of the United States. Now, I just want to say that Lyndon B. Johnson had such a long schlong.
Why did you stand up?
Because I'm going to demonstrate to you guys how he would do this.
The audience can't see it.
I know they can't see this, but I'm going to
this.
try to describe it the best I can.
I know what you're gonna do, but please
So,
don't.
when Johnson had to take a piss, he would piss outside of the White House.
Why?
And-
Why?
Chad.
Hold on,
he's Chad.
He was a total Chad. So when he would take a piss, his schlong was so long that the Secret Service guys who were right behind him, making sure he was okay, he was able to wrap his cock around him and piss on them. He pissed on them while still facing forward.
Maybe it's just really stretchy.
No,
or maybe he's
he
really
had
skinny.
a long schlong. This guy did not fuck around with his dong.
Also, he
For
was
comparison, show me your schlong.
Also, he was really constipated, and he used to like talk to very important people while he was on the toilet, just through the door. Like he'd have it cracked open and he'd talk to him. There was a scene about it with that one movie with the butler, the White House butler that was there through.
And that's
like,
why you call the toilet the Oval Office.
yeah, actually, it might be. I'm not gonna lie.
That might
I'm not
actually
gonna
be
fact
it.
check
No,
that,
Lyndon.
but-
Actually, I'm gonna be honest here. Lyndon B. Johnson isn't so much of a Chad as he is just absolutely batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a
We should
Chad
play
move.
also-
Fortunate Son.
But don't forget,
Vietnam.
Ricardo Nixon. Best
Ricky Dick.
37th president of the United
fun
States.
fact about
Iron
Richard
Man.
Nixon: he was a good guy. Gerald Ford.
Gerald Ford. He was kind of just there.
Yeah.
Jimmy
He
Carter.
did nothing and they made fun of
Oh,
him.
now
on
we're
SNL.
into the presidents that are still alive. Jimmy
Well,
Carter.
Jimmy Carter.
Barely.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, I wouldn't call them
yeah,
alive.
I mean,
Jimmy Carter released from Georgia Hospital. He's hanging in.
He doesn't know
he's
where
still
he is.
there.
vegetable
Look
alive.
at him.
Dude's
He's so
95
ugly.
the dude
My
is-
God, is he ugly?
the dude is
Listen.
95 years old, and man, does he act like he's 95 years old.
And he's a Democrat, but
Why
he's
not?
so old that when he was a Democrat, they weren't the Democrats they are today.
Actually, no. He was president after the Civil Rights Act, so they're kind of like the same.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, just
No,
go with the joke.
no, it wasn't that good of a joke because it wasn't historically
Ronald
accurate.
Reagan, the best president.
Reaganomics. That's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave it at that.
He did
No.
get shot,
He
though.
did get shot.
Yeah, but so
We
did
can't
Roosevelt.
bring
We
that
didn't
up.
talk about that.
Yeah, but Roosevelt deserved
Yeah.
it.
Roosevelt was a good guy.
You just advocated for Roosevelt. You're like, no, he deserved it, though.
No, like
Ronald
he's.
Reagan
I like
only
him.
got shot to
But-
get someone's
You think he
attention.
needed it?
He
only
needed the
got
bullet.
to get the attention of
Ronald
celebrities.
Reagan was
And then he made
a
the tool.
actor before.
And a union leader, which is kind of communist, not gonna lie.
Yeah, kind of commie for an anti-commie guy.
Also,
He sees
when
red.
he got shot and he was at the hospital, he like all the surgeons had walked in to get ready, and he's like, "Boy, I hope you guys are all Republicans." And then they did surgery on him, but they were doctors, so yes, they were Republicans. They make six figures, so they are indeed Republicans.
George H.W. Bush, sometimes referred
Still
to
alive.
as
Daddy
Daddy
Bush.
Bush.
The good
Jimmy?
Bush.
No.
Never mind, he died.
He died.
a while ago.
No, last year.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
not that long ago.
because he was in the Super Bowl at the halftime.
How did you not know that he
I
died?
know
really
he died
thought I
last
really
year?
thought he was still alive.
Nah, he dead, bro.
George H.W. Bush, oil baron, murdered Saddam.
There are
no-
no weapons of mass destruction.
No, he did not
somewhere.
murder Saddam.
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of the other
Yeah,
Bush.
the other Bush did. The other Bush.
Bill Clinton.
finished.
Bill
His
Clinton.
wife tried to become president.
Another very
Chad.
Chad president.
Let me tell you.
Oh, this guy.
Chad.
Okay, so he would smoke cigars during meetings sometimes, and one thing that stuck out to me the most is before one meeting, he stuck the one end of his cigar onto a female's private area,
Oh.
her vagina. That's it. I
Why are you
said
doing
it,
this,
vagina.
man? Why are you doing this on our podcast?
He did that, and then he
Why you do
smoked
this?
the cigar
Why? Why would you say this?
because that's what he did.
Why not stick to
He's-
like cool shit? Like,
Although,
I
he's a very
hate fried
Chad
chicken all
He
the
was
time.
a very
or-
Chad president.
Didn't he put
Because
a
he had
button
so many
in the
sexes.
Oval Office to like warn them, like to warn him when Hillary's coming, so he can,
Yeah, but also
shoot his
I read
women away?
this story where one lawyer was going in and she had open-toed shoes on, and the security guard was like, "You're gonna have to change your shoes," and she's like, "What? No, I'm a grown woman. I'll wear my shoes, whatever shoes I want." And she's like, Mrs. Clinton is requesting that you change your shoes because Bill has a thing for feet. So Bill Clinton, kind of a freak. He could play the saxophone really well. He was from Arkansas.
What do you mean was? He is from
Who
Arkansas.
was from
But no, he is a big Chad.
Big time Chad.
Very
He was from Arkansas when it still existed.
Yeah. Also, Epstein has a picture of him in a painting of him in Monica Lewinsky's blue dress.
Jeffrey
That
Epstein's
was in
dead,
his
so
house.
everything he owns is no longer his.
Oh, you think he's dead?
That's what
no,
Hillary
he's
Clinton wants you to
definitely
think.
dead.
That's what
Hillary
the
Clinton-
toilet
Okay,
paper.
George W. Bush.
Oh, he had a vice president
Baby
that
Bush.
shot someone.
Dick
Yes,
Cheney.
Dick Cheney shot someone in the face while hunting.
The guy made it though, and he forgave him.
George Bush's presidency? More like the presidency of Dick Cheney, am I right? Am I right?
We're not ding.
Iraq War, I won it. I won the Iraq War.
Go ahead and tell me I'm wrong, because I know that I'm not.
Also, George W. Bush was born
And
after
also-
World War II, making him the least Chad president.
And also, he's now
Sure.
into art.
Yeah, he now
He
draws
is
a lot.
into
Yeah, he
art.
draws a lot.
To be
And
fair,
let me tell you, it's pretty good.
I don't think he ever wanted to be president,
I feel
His
like
father
he was
forced him to.
and I think he always wanted to be a painter and
Have
an
you-
oil man.
Was he like addicted to crack at one point?
Yeah, but
I think he was
Probably.
the first president to go with a actual jail time.
Although,
that can't be accurate. There's no way. There's
I
no
don't-
way
I
that
don't know
no
if
other
that's-
president
I
had
don't-
been to jail first.
I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but I remember reading that in a book a while back.
have you seen some of his paintings?
I have not.
And then Obama would be the
Pretty
next
sure that-
president to do.
Hold on.
Correct.
Let's just look at a picture of it, okay? Ehud Olmert.
That's not the guy you're looking for.
Apparently
Hit
it's
the
a
back
guy.
button.
Actually, several presidents have been jailed.
Oh,
man.
wait a minute. Hold on. Go back to images.
What's on images?
What's that prime minister thing?
Front.
What's behind him?
No, back to the.
Jimmy, no.
Oh!
Jimmy, no. Jimmy, no.
All right, all the way back.
Just look at some of his art.
No, just
Jimmy, you know we can't
gotta
do
go
this
back
when we
to-
start recording like.
you gotta go to
Just
go
look
to
up
George Bush.
art.
Hold on. Okay, here we go.
Artwork. It's not bad. Why are we looking it up?
I
They can't see it.
We
I
can
want to
describe it
see
to
it.
him.
Yes.
Okay, Barack
And they can
Obama.
look it up.
Barack
He was
Obama,
the 44th president.
Donald Trump.
current president of the United States.
45th president.
He's
and
been impeached for the last 2 years.
born and raised in New
Still
York.
here.
Hold on. Now
The
I
oldest
believe he
president.
is the second tallest president at
Good for
6'3".
him.
I
Although-
think he's probably also the only president to have had 3 wives.
Definitely.
Not at the same time.
Not at the same
though.
time,
Yeah.
Mitt Romney.
And
Mitt Romney.
Actually, no. He is the third tallest president. Abraham Lincoln at 6'4", then Lyndon B. Johnson was 6'4".
Very controversial.
Well, I mean,
I believe
Lyndon B.
he's the
Johnson's
oldest
long made
president,
up
correct?
half of that.
Yeah.
Yes. Donald Trump took the title from Reagan as oldest president to be elected.
At 49 years old.
What? No.
He's been president for all.
Has he
Donald
really?
Trump has been president for 7 years now.
Wow, he's 73 and he was elected when he was 49. Donald Trump has been president for 30-some years.
Donald Trump is the king of the United States.
Oh, there goes all of our
This
audience.
podcast was recorded in the future.
I'm so glad that we get funding from Donald Trump's super PACs.
I thought it was from NordVPN.
And, well,
No.
that's the cover
No.
name for Donald Trump's super PAC.
And I,
Children.
And then the next president,
Winston
I vote
Churchill
Trump.
Jr.
it may
Jr.
just be you one day,
dot.
but I doubt
Sigh.
it because you don't have the money.
Does anybody have
Well, this was
salad?
podcast.
This was podcast, and I'm your host, Joey Simcoe.
Also, these episodes are getting worse. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.